Our camera was doing the fuzzy thing, so he was focusing.
All right, so beer number 3 out of this collection.
And that collection would be the Winter Classics.
Winter Classics.
By Samuel Adams.
This one is the Winter Lager. It says it's warm and festive. It's actually, very cold because it's been in our cold refrigerator.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it does say winter.
Yeah. But warm could mean
Warm flavor.
other things. 5.6 alcohol. One of the things about this collection is
They didn't slack on that. And thank you, Samuel Adams. I would personally like to thank you for making a collection that is not all hops.
yeah. But now we've seen some, some of them go down, 4.5 or even less. Usually it's still over 4. But, Sam Adams tends to not wuss out on their beers. It's not a whole bunch that are around 4% alcohol. I mean, most of them release up around 5, but
Yeah.
this collection in general is
ass.
pretty stout ABV wise.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking 5.5 or more.
More. Yeah.
6, or a couple of them are 6 or more. So, anyway, stout collection on that, 22 IBUs.
Well, okay, so if you're not familiar with the IBUs, that's supposed to be, what is that?
International Bitterness Unit.
Okay, and that's supposed to, from my understanding,
popping
how
while
I
she's
take
talking.
it, is the hoppiness of it. And we've had some, the more the IBU, the hoppier is supposed to be, or more bitter it's supposed to be. So,
Now we talked about this with the last beer, though. I'm trying to keep us contained, but we do have things to say.
yeah,
The last beer was very coffee-ish,
yes.
and there's a bitterness to the coffee taste. Yeah, this is another amber. This one's a lager. Oh, I didn't read.
You didn't read the description.
It is a lager brewed with orange peel, cinnamon, and ginger. Sounds like a weird combination.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to what we were saying before about the IBUs. There's a difference between, maybe they're both bitter, but there's a difference between the bitterness of a coffee beer.
Yeah, because it's more like a burnt bean or something.
Right. And the bitterness of hops.
Yeah.
And even though I like IPAs, we always reference IPAs when we talk about super bitter beers because they seem to be
The hoppier.
the hoppiest. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear IPA, you think hops.
You think hops. Yeah.
Ugh.
And I do like IPAs, but the flavor of the bitterness of the hops in an IPA is very, very, very strong.
Yes.
So you've got a bitterness from a coffee standpoint is not anywhere near the same as the bitterness from a hop standpoint.
No, because the bitterness in a like I said, is more of a bitter bean, like a burnt coffee.
The hops, I mean, it's like a grass or something.
Yes.
It's very, very like green and vegetable kind of.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about vegetable, but.
Well, like,
Ugh.
say you're eating lettuce.
Sometimes you can get a bitter.
You eat the end of the leaf, and it's very.
It's okay.
Green, and then if you get down to the stalk, closer to that end of the leaf, it's very bitter.
Yeah.
Or
sorry, I've got the
the purple lettuce. It's very bitter in that vegetative way. I'm not saying all vegetables are bitter, but I'm saying that's the nature of the bitterness.
When you use lettuce, that's a good example of what you're trying to describe.
Right. And it's very strong flavor.
Yeah. Because sometimes you get a salad and you get the pre-made mix, and sometimes you're like, don't really care for that part.
Right. But it's almost, to me, that's That's the strong part of the hops. But there's, they're both bitter. Like the oatmeal stout was 25 IBUs.
Yeah. This was how many?
22.
So that
But this
one
isn't
should
a
be
hop. This isn't a hoppy
more
beer.
Right? No.
But I'm saying
we
the bitterness in that sense came from the bean.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to a hoppy beer is going to be like an IPA is going to be like 60, but it's going to be that lettuce leaf stalk type bitterness.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
But anyway, I was trying to keep us not too far off track while
Look
we
at
talked
him,
about
just chatty Cathy over here.
IBUs.
Okay, we've had these in the 6-packs, and we've had this in this collection before. Does this one taste more lemony to you today? This one I have like a lemon flavor coming through. And I don't know if it's because we drank the stout before. We tried to plan these out. I had a method.
It could be affected by, sinuses and stuff too.
It could be. Yesterday we were I was rolling around in the grass doing.
I was chasing through the
He
grass.
was chasing through the grass. I was actually rolling in the grass with our grandchildren, with our grandsons. Our granddaughter isn't old enough to roll in the grass with, but I was actually doing.
But when she is
rolling with the boys down.
She's getting
the
rolled
grass.
in the grass too, and in the dirt.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's what's affecting today. And today we spent a lot of time outside, so it's like super. Yesterday, getting out of the grass, I was itching like crazy.
Yeah.
Which normally doesn't happen, which is weird. It's like the older I get, the worse this gets. Yeah, it went to switch. But so today I'm all snotty and runny and all that good stuff. But anyway, this is lemony to me today.
This one's an interesting beer, which you would expect for a beer that says orange peel, cinnamon, and ginger.
I don't.
And you're probably
any
tasting
of that.
more of. Well, if you're tasting lemony, I would assume you're getting some of the citrusy from maybe an orange peel
But
as opposed to ginger and.
Maybe, but it doesn't taste like. I get 0 orange. What was it? Orange.
Orange peel is more another bitter.
And
ginger and cinnamon.
I get 0 cinnamon. 0. Zilch. Nada. I can't remember. I think I showed you. This is an amberish color.
Yeah.
And but this is a good beer. But I think.
We talked about this though.
But I think that out of the collection, and we're only basing it off of 5 beers, not 6, because the 6th one is a Boston Lager, which we've mentioned in the other 2 videos.
Ribbit.
Every Samuel Adams collection has Boston Lager. We automatically drink them because we've already done a review on them. And,
Ribbit.
well, there's no point in doing 15 reviews on the same beer.
Right.
So,
I mean, you talked about that last time. We should think about it. I mean, maybe Boston Lager deserves another review when you're not mad.
Maybe. Because that was out of the Brunated?
Brunated. The Brunated collection is...
hoppy as shit.
Yeah, it is a very... I think it's one of their summer type collections. I don't know where... I guess the malts seem like warm and comfortable. So the wintertime beers are malty, and they think warm and comfy, and summertime beers are hoppy. I don't know. I don't think you have to swing the pendulum all the way.
Yeah, like 4 out of the 6 beers were hops. Were hoppy beers. Because Boston Lager and I just had it.
There's the Irish Red. The Irish Red was good.
It was good, but seriously,
but we drank it last.
In that collection,
the other 4,
there was a lot of hoppy beers, and it will alter the flavor of beers.
It's like it conditions your taste buds.
Yeah,
I guess.
And it really messes with you, and I was not happy with that collection. So, as I gave kudos to Samuel Adams in one of the other 2 videos, I don't remember which one. But this collection is by far, to me, the best collection.
Well, they're
because they're all good.
Yeah.
They're all good. So you can rank them because you're going to rank your beers. No matter how, I mean, there are 6 in here. Yeah. You're going to rank the 6 beers. And just because the one is at the bottom doesn't mean it's bad. So for me, Amberbach was on the low man on the totem pole in this particular pack, but it's still a good beer.
Which when we compared it to other good beers, we compared it to Yingling. And Shiners.
Yeah. You're starting to get stuffy too.
Well, I've been stuffy.
I know, but right now I can start to hear you get
It makes it more hard to swallow.
Yeah.
So you drink the beer, and if you're stuffy, you still
Sorry,
end up
guys.
with like...
We're going to discuss our allergies now.
Beer in our mouth, yeah. Anyway.
But...
Here's the thing. We talked about this the last time we tried it, and this is what this beer makes me think of. If you take the Boston Lager, and then you add the elements that they mentioned, which we're not... I'm not picking up the cinnamon either. But the orange peel, the ginger that they mentioned... It's coming across citrusy, which I think is tasting lemony to you right now, but I think there could be other reasons for that.
There was one beer I don't think it was Samuel Adams. And it might have been last year or the year before that we had. It was a ginger beer.
We did have a Samuel Adams.
And it really was ginger.
Yeah. We had a winter...
But it was good, but it was ginger.
We had a winter collection. When we had our office set up in the other room, we drank I think it was another Samuel Adams winter collection.
Was it?
And it had one that was a ginger beer.
Yeah. And
then they had another beer that was something with ginger in it. And it was gingerier than the ginger beer.
Yeah. It's funny how that goes, but...
Because I guess the ginger beer was beer made with ginger. And the other one was a beer with the ginger added. And the ginger added beer, the ginger flavor really came through. And the ginger beer was a good beer, but it really just kind of tasted like beer. Yeah. But this one, to me, it's like the Sam Adams, but it has these extra spices.
Yeah, it has these little undertones that kind of pop, but you don't know really how to describe them.
Right. So it's sort of like drinking the Boston Lager with a couple of extra added things to pick out.
Yeah. Cinnamon, I do not get at all. Ginger, I really don't get either.
But I think we've kind of gotten different things every time we've had this beer.
Yeah, because we have bought this, I think actually I got it in a 6-pack.
The winter. Yes,
yeah,
you did.
The winter itself.
And then we've gotten we've actually had this winter collection a few times.
Yeah. Because it's funny how you can have... When it's something like this where it's in a collection and it's not something that is, I'll say, an everyday beer, like a Yingling or a Shiner or a Blue Moon or, your normal everyday beer. This one is a yearly thing. It comes out, or a seasonal thing. Yeah. It comes out during a particular season, but I agree with you. It seems to taste a little different every time you have it.
Right. Which is...
And that's not a bad thing because this is a good beer.
And I think it's kind of neat to experience
the same beer different ways.
Right. Because the basic of what you're getting. Yeah. So all the things that you like about that beer are there. And then every time you drink it...
Our dog is whining.
We can try and let him out after this. Okay. But every time you drink it, it's an experience that's slightly different than the other time you drank it.
But this is still a good beer.
Right. Yeah,
every variation
is good.
Yeah, so...
But that's the cool...
Not hating on Boston Lager... or Samuel Adams today. Sorry, got Boston Lager stuck in my head.
But no, it's cool. Like, drinking a beer should be an experience.
It should be.
And if you have a good experience... And both have their benefits. You can have a beer that is going to be a good experience every time you drink it. And it's going to be the same experience and you know what you're getting. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Because maybe you want that particular experience, and you can go and get it, and you know that's what you're getting. But one of the reasons I enjoy trying the collections, trying the new ones every time they come out, is because you don't know the experience you're going to have. And sometimes, this collection notwithstanding, because they're all good, sometimes the experience the beer sucks, but the experience doesn't suck.
Right. It's kind of like...
Or when you get a flight.
Yeah, oh yeah, those are fun.
But sometimes the beer sucks.
But the beer character too, depending on who makes it. It's kind of like when you go somewhere. I've told Josh about this before. I used to work at Food City. I used to decorate cakes. This was, before we got married, before we ever knew each other. There was this, Food City had their chicken salad, but this lady made her chicken salad, and it was, oh my God, the bomb. It was so delicious. But you can have chicken salad, and it can be 5,000 different ways.
Right.
And that's kind of like this. It's like every time you, like you said, every time you have it, it's a new experience.
Right. Well, this is.
So
I was talking.
I don't know if the different crafters who make it. I mean,
it could be.
Or if somebody does something a little different, or how that works. I don't know.
You got which we don't drink much of them, but you have basically an assembly line beer.
Yeah.
Like a Budweiser or something. We don't drink Budweisers. But if we drank a Budweiser, we could drink another Budweiser.
And be the same.
And pretty much know what we're going to get.
Yeah.
We could drink High Life. Okay, we could drink High Life and we know we're getting a watered down beer. Yeah. And
Yuenglings even.
Right. And Yuenglings aren't watered down.
Yeah, no.
But it's the same kind of concept. You drink a Yuengling,
the next one's
you crack open another can, it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
Now, I was what I got to talking about ended up being two different things. To say that trying a new beer, the new beer might suck, but the experience of trying the new beer, even if you don't like the beer,
it's an experience. The
experience is cool. It's a weird thing.
It's a new thing.
And it's, as far as my experience with tasting things, beers are the only thing that's that way. I could drink a beer and hate the beer and enjoy the experience.
That makes sense.
But with this, to separate it from...
Of course, I can drink the beer and hate the experience because I don't like the beer. He's way more positive than I am.
Well, I could eat food.
Oh, God, he can.
And hate the food. And then hate that experience. But that's what I was saying. With beer, to me, it's like the only thing that I could say that I could taste it and hate the taste, but enjoy the experience of trying the taste.
We kind of touched a little bit on how much we love each other on the last video. So, experiencing things together is always fun.
Well, like we do with the flights.
Yeah.
When we go to a beer garden or whatever, and we order a flight.
And experience it together. Sometimes he likes it, and I don't. Sometimes I like it, and he doesn't. And sometimes we both love it. So.
But normally we'll get, two of us go in, we'll get 2 flights. Mm-hmm. We each drink all the beers.
Yeah.
Flights tend to be 4 beers. Mm-hmm. So there's 8 different small beers. They're not 8 full beers that we're drinking.
Yeah.
If you know what a flight is,
it's
like a half. It's like 6 ounces maybe.
Yeah.
And we split them. Sometimes one of us really hates it, and the other one will suck it up and drink a little more of that one. But the experience of trying the flights together is so much fun.
Yeah.
And we probably don't even bat 500.
No.
We probably hate more than we like.
Yeah.
And yet we go and get another flight because it's so much fun to try them.
Yeah.
And what else other than beer is like that? Where you're like, this tastes so bad, but I'm having so much fun trying it.
Because like,
how weird is
like,
that?
Food is not like that because
It's not.
Because if you know something's in it and it's it's something you don't like, I have taken plenty for the team, and I will drink an IPA. I may not finish it, but I will drink it to give my opinion on it. But like there are foods. It's just like I'm not putting that in my mouth.
Right. But let me ask you this, and I mean, to be honest, if you disagree with me, then fine. When we're trying the IPA, you might hate the taste of the IPA, but isn't it fun to try it and do the video and all that?
My mother is calling.
Again,
yeah. I agree with you. It is fun. But I mostly do it for him because he enjoys my reaction.
But if we went to like the beer garden, and what do they have normally? 30-something beers maybe on tap. If we got 2 flights, 2 trips to the bar, that would be 4 total flights. We get different ones every single time. Mm-hmm. So we're tasting 16 different beers. Mm-hmm. About half of what they might have to offer. Some things we like, no, we know we won't like that. And we're not trying to taste things that we hate.
Right, because I don't want anything I don't like.
But
I will continue to drink the IPAs for him.
But we're taking chances
on stuff we don't know. And that's one thing we do try to do when we do the mix, when we get, because like at Kroger you can mix your own 6-pack.
Right.
We try to get things that we haven't had before. I mean, there are only so many beers. Kroger only sells so many. So we try to get things that we've never tasted before, or which we have cheated because we have had the Winter Classic a few times. But there are a couple others we've talked about getting that we haven't tried before that are in their seasonal packs because, well, one, it's just fun.
Right. I don't always like the seasonal packs. I don't always like what's in them.
Right.
But
I mean, there are times that he looks at them and he's like, you're not going to like this one or this one or this one out of this particular pack. And I'm like, well, it's just part of it. Gotta do it.
It's weird. And it's like I said, beer is the only thing that, at least for me, there are foodies out there that probably...
No, I love watching food shows, but I'm just like, these people will eat anything. Anything. And I'm like, I would be like, I'm not putting that in my mouth.
The only food person that I can consistently tolerate is Anthony Bourdain.
I don't know, Gordon Ramsay's, I love him because he's just so foul. Gordon Ramsay's just like, what the fuck are you trying to feed people? You're going to kill them.
I think I like Anthony Bourdain, though, because he is a deep thinker kind of guy. And he is actually, he's tying in the food experience with a cultural experience.
Yeah.
And he will genuinely try anything with things I wouldn't try food-wise. Well, but I sort of feel that way about beer. But things he'll try food-wise just for the experience, to connect with somebody or to do that. And like when we're drinking our beers, we share that experience. And, like I said, when we get a collection, I enjoy getting the collection because it's not about getting 12 beers that you'll like. It's about trying 6 beers and having the experience.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were on an Anthony Bourdain kick for a bit.
Well, I don't like watching the food things.
He doesn't.
I get really bored with the food
I like watching
things.
Cupcake Wars. I like watching Cake Wars. Right now, there's a Zumbo. Never heard of him before, but there's a Zumbo dessert something show on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's crazy what he comes up with.
Something just desserts.
Yeah.
Zumbo's
just desserts or something like that. Never heard of the dude, but apparently he's a world-renowned dessert chef. Or patisserie. Sorry. Had no idea who he was, but I love the show because it's neat what they come up with. Because I'm just like, how do you come up with that shit? But no, I feel you.
Well, I mean,
but Anthony Bourdain is pretty cool. He is.
I mean, you don't know. I don't like watching any of it.
No.
But I'll watch.
Yeah, we really were, but we like.
But it's not.
But it's cool to watch what he does become with the culture. But he like takes you.
You're not just
to
watching
these places. He gives you like the history of the culture. He gives you. He shows you where these people live. He lived. I mean,
so you're not just watching food.
Yeah, he's not staying in a hotel.
You're watching.
What is that beep? Oh, the dishwasher. Sorry.
You're watching. You're seeing parts of the world.
Yeah.
You're not just watching food being made, or you're not.
Or visiting a restaurant or whatever. I mean, he goes to these little cities or these little tribes or.
That's what I
whatever,
like
and it's cool to see these places. He shows where they live. He shows what their routines are. He sits down with them while they cook their everyday normal meals, and eats them. I mean, he does visit restaurants. It's not just all, but I mean, he sits down with genuine people, not restaurant owners or whatever. He goes to these places. He stays with these people in their homes or in their tents or whatever they're living in, and they cook meals for him and he tries them.
Yeah. And it's sort of like, for him, the way that he presents it, eating food at all these different places, he does it not to taste things that he knows he will like.
It's for
he does it for the experience. And honestly, I like to look at the collections. I like to see what's in there. I like for us to try flights. But I don't think I've ever really until oddly randomly enough sitting here at this moment while we're talking to a camera, broken it down on well, why? And that's, I liked to try the beers in the flights. I like to try the beers in the collections for the experience, and especially for the shared experience. Because, beer-wise, I know you are taking one for the team. You've hated way more than I've hated. But I've hated some.
Yeah, you have.
But I've never not had fun.
And we always have fun.
So,
I don't think a lot of people understand
we can be
us as a couple because we are so different. But we have a lot of fun together.
Yeah, but we can be tasting, just a dog shit beer. And for some reason, to taste that together and experience it together, tasting that shitty beer is fun. And when you break it down like that, it's the weirdest fucking thing I can think of to describe.
That's what love is, people.
It's like, hey, I am my visceral 5 cents experience is horrible right now. But my philosophical experience is top of the notch, right? It's like, that's kind of a fucking weird thing to like. But I don't know if we don't wind this video down.
I know we lied about the last one.
We still got an opportunity. We're 29 minutes, so we
better wrap it up.
We've got 5 minutes here to beat that other video.
We said we were going to get this one way short.
Full of shit, I think.
Yeah. The more we drink, the more we talk. Well, I talk anyway. The more he drinks, the more he talks. So, because he's done a lot of talking this one.
Well, I don't know why they were. I tend to be a thinker.
He is. He has to analyze. This is, and he knows this, one of the things that drives me crazy. He has to sit and process everything. And I'm just like, I've already made my decision. Let's do this. And he's like, he's got to think it through. he's got to analyze it, and I'm just like,
Well, it's kind
I'm
of weird
ready,
though.
I'm
Like,
ready, let's go. Let's
like
go.
that thing. Like I've done it out of impulse or whatever, but never really broken down the whole reason of like with the collections. Like I said, like you get some of them, and you think maybe I like all these, and some of them you're like, but in the back of your head you're like, there's got to be at least 1, 2, whatever.
Yeah.
That we're not going to like. Now this collection is an unusual exception.
Yes,
the
a
whole
very
thing is
unusual exception. Good
But-
job, Samuel Adams.
But it's kind of like I could get a beer that I know I like.
Mhm.
That would be so easy to get a 6-pack or 12-pack of beer that I know I'll enjoy the taste of all 12 of those beers. But I could get a collection and maybe only enjoy the taste of 6 of them. But I'll enjoy the
Or you can buy the
experience.
collection and think you might like a few of them, but the taste of the others distorts the ones of the ones you
Yeah.
might like.
But if I
Or
get
not
that
a collection.
collection, I'll enjoy the experience of all 12 of them, even if I don't enjoy the taste. And I might enjoy the taste of all 12 of another one, but experience-wise, it's boring.
I make everything more fun.
Well, it's more fun to share it, for sure. I mean, we talk about it. We have 30-plus minute videos.
I know. We're sorry,
about
guys.
the taste of it.
Sorry, not sorry.
It is who we are.
If you
apparently.
again have hung out with us through this long, thank you.
I wish there was a way that
We
you could like
we actually,
interactively bullshit with people.
I
over
know,
this stuff.
because honest to God, we have these discussions. We need to keep these minimal. We don't need to talk so much. And I swear, every time we do this, we talk more.
That, I mean, we said it before the video started.
Every single time.
And actually, if you've made it this far, and you made it this far in our last video, you can reference our last video of us doing our best to not promise, but to suggest that we will keep it shorter.
Yeah,
We still have an opportunity to do that.
I know.
But
So
we've
see
talked
ya.
like 3 more minutes after we said that. So anyway, we're gonna finish these 2. We're gonna keep our word. I can never find the center of this camera. And we're going to come back with another beer, and we're going to try and make a 4 to 5 minute video, and it's probably going to be 20 something minutes.
Maybe, yeah, probably. Peace out.
See ya.